Chad Pergram, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Well, for more on this, let's bring in Paul Mauro, formerly NYPD inspector in Fox News.
All right.
And he is on site at the site of that rally in Pennsylvania. Paul, thank you so much for this. I appreciate it. This information from Josh Hawley is extraordinary. If true, it comes from a whistleblower. We don't know if whistleblower was with Secret Service or DHS or wherever, but I just want to read to you the post, the ex-post that he put about it. He said, whistleblowers tell me that most, and he emphasized most, of Trump's security detail working the event last Saturday were not even Secret Service. DHS assigned unprepared and inexperienced personnel. Unprepared and inexperienced personnel for a former president who's running for president, really, as Larry would say, Paul?
No, you're absolutely right. Now, that somewhat corroborates some information I had gotten from a source. I didn't hear that it was mostly DHS, but I heard that there were a lot of DHS there. It'd be a distinction without a difference, but it goes to the fact that this thing really does seem to have been very badly organized. There were, by my count, at least 8 agencies represented at this. That's how short-handed the service appears to have been. There were, from what I can glean from the numbers I've seen, approximately about 60 security personnel there, maybe slightly more. But the attendees numbered over 20,000. And it may even have been more than that. You had at least 240 cases of heat exhaustion in the crowd. You had a number of people hospitalized because of the heat. Everybody around this area wanted to go to the event, turned up for it, and the security personnel just weren't ready for it.
You know, another problem that the senators who've been looking into this have, they can't get hold of the pre-rally operations plan. Without that, you can't figure out why there was this communication failure, abject failure to get information about this suspicious character that they had almost an hour before the event began. I mean, as soon as that information got out there, they should not have allowed Donald Trump on that stage.
Absolutely. And, you know, you go right to the issue. I've been saying from the beginning, you got to get the ops plan, because that's the Bible of the event. That's going to let you know who was responsible for what. It's going to bring a lot of clarity. And my understanding is not only do the media not have it, but the senators and Congress people who've been asking for it have not gotten it either. And, you know, this is when the conspiracy theories start to grow. They grow in the dark like mushrooms. You're starting to see the outlandish stuff online. And this is how you put it out, by being forthright. Transparency, right? Sunlight is the best disinfectant. And what happens now is that even those like me who are inclined to give the security services some benefit of the doubt, including the feds most of the time, you got to say to yourself, where are the regular press briefings? Where are the updates? The service has to point right now, has still not given a press briefing. They have not come out and faced the crowd, including the night of the event. They weren't at the press briefing we got from the FBI and Pennsylvania State Police.
They hung up on the senators. The senators were in a phone call with her. They were trying to get information. It turns out, by the way, she was where the senators were, in Milwaukee, and they cornered her. I mean, she was running away. Honestly, not giving the operations plan, running away from senators, literally running away from, it looks like there's a cover-up.
This boy does it. As of today, you know, we were getting some information on the ground here. I have visited almost every one of the police agencies that were involved, and I was getting some purchase. I was getting some information. Middle of the day today, some order descended from on high. Uniformly, I was told, we can't speak, FBI shut us down.
Wow.
All right, I was told that today. So, and I could also add the fact that, you know, and it's often overlooked here, in the middle of this week, the middle of the RNC, as of Wednesday, Director Cheadle was scheduled to speak in Aspen at a security conference. Now, this is a national security event, the Republican National Convention. There aren't many. And what is she doing in the Aspen Mountains when one of these events, which only occurs every 4 years, is ongoing?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. There's also the thing about the 3 encrypted overseas accounts that the shooter had. I don't know if we're getting to the bottom of that. Nobody seems to know. And how did a 20-year-old find the best location for a headshot, for using that phrase, but for a headshot for the president when when the SS itself couldn't find that position? I mean, all of it just doesn't add up, and the way they're running away from the truth right now certainly looks like a cover-up. We'll wait and see, but Paul, I'm glad you're on the case. You're the best qualified investigator. Thank you for being with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you, David.
Turning now